What's good, everybody? My name is Phatty. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about how to quickly and easily master your beats. But before we get into that, I want to say I just dropped a new album with the homies DC the Beatmaker and Phatty McGinnis called Friendly Fire. It's a bunch of trap soul, genre blending, all sorts of different stuff. There's like lo-fi-esque, drill-esque, trap-esque vibes, and it's all some dope instrumentals, beats with hooks type shit. So if you want to listen to that, you can do so with the link in the description. I would really love to hear your opinion on it. But now let's get back to the video. First thing that I do when I'm ready to master is I go to the part that's super loud, probably the loudest part, which is one of these. We'll just go over here to this part right here, R17. And I put my master in mono because I want to hear how everything sounds in mono. I want to make sure everything's cutting through correctly. Now, this is what it sounds like in mono. %90 of the time, I put my kick in mono and my bass in mono as well. With this knob here, just bring it all the way to the right. And a lot of the times, that's usually what I gotta mess with is the low end to make sure it's good. But it sounds decent. I might take some of the frequencies out of the kick, so just do simple EQing, simple leveling. The thing that I do is I level while I'm making the beat with the volume knob and the channel rack. So a lot of the time I get my leveling done. So there's multiple ways to level. You don't gotta just do it right here in the mixer. But I am gonna take some of those frequencies out of the kick. Alright, now we go on to the master. The chain that I use, and I don't use this all the time. I use mostly just the soft clipper and limiter most of the times, but what I've really been getting into is putting a saturation knob on there. This is a free plugin. I'm going to link this down in the description. One of the best plugins that is free that you can get. It is amazing. So we'll put that on first, and we'll just give it a little bit of saturation. Now we're going to hit it with the master compressor because we kind of want to glue everything together. All right, so I'll put a lower attack, a lower release, but it really just depends on the track. So experiment with it. And then, just kind of be random with the ratio, mess with it. The compressor is not going to do anything until you mess with the threshold though. So make sure you do that. All right, cool. That sounds decent. Now we can bring the soft clipper in and the limiter in. Now, granted, you want to do this order because you want the mix to come through, hit the saturation knob first, then get compressed. And you could flip these two if you really wanted to, but I like to have the saturation first. And then you want it to hit the soft clipper and then the limiter, okay? But like we've talked in previous videos, we're not using the limiter as a traditional limiter. We're using it as a soft clipper feature because we're going to be using the saturation knob of the limiter rather than the actual ceiling. We're going to disregard the ceiling completely and just put it all the way up. I don't fuck with the ceiling. The saturation I'm going to bring down to about negative 2.5 dB. Up here in this little hint panel, I can see where it's going to go at. So I bring it about to negative 2.5 because I want it to have about negative 2.5 decibels or 2 decibels of headroom. before it clips at 0, because we still want a wrapper on this, right? So yeah, I'm gonna bring it about there. And then we're gonna go over into our soft clipper and we're gonna bring the threshold all the way to the left. What that's doing, you see this line here? If it's all the way to the right, that's just acting as like a normal limiter. It's just going to clip the transients. We don't want that. We want it like this so it rounds the transients, okay? Now all we're gonna do is bring the post up until we see the top of the transients reach that threshold that we set. You see that? And it didn't take much gain because the beat is already very loud. You see how it does that? And remember, we're in mono still, so we can switch back over to stereo, see how it sounds. Now, to me, that sounds pretty damn dope. So, you don't got to go super crazy with it. Just think of it on a practical level. And like I said, you don't got to follow this master chain every single time. It really just depends on what you want to do and the beat. So, if this video did bring you value, please leave a like, hit subscribe, and hit that little bell button to be notified when I post new videos. I would really appreciate that. I appreciate the love. Mad fucking love, y'all. So yeah, make sure you stay safe, stay striving, and always be getting it. Peace.